G'day Captains, how we going? Welcome to World of Warships with Major Rage. Hey, it's time for a Wednesday night Warships. And tonight I have a replay sent to me by the Dax, cruising around in the New Mexico. And we are on the new naval defense scenario type, the new gameplay, the PvE gameplay, which I really enjoy. And look at this, they're running hard, these guys. They've got no CV and they've got no destroyers. It's just cruisers and battleships. This is going to be good. So we have to hold off the enemy until the main fleet arrives. And according to that, the main fleet has just showed up in the southern sector there. All onshore installations and support ships at base must survive. Do not allow enemies to enter, otherwise the main attack starts. And if you didn't notice before, okay, the mod says no name, but it says scenario difficulty hard. Or hard difficulty, sorry. Dyslexic, deal with it. So yeah, this should be interesting. What do you reckon, Dax? We're gonna win? We're gonna win. Alright. So, first things first, let's smack the crap out of Akuma. Front battery away. Can I... Man, oh, not bad. We got a Citadel and an engine on the first hit. Still heading directly at him, keeping his silhouette nice and thin. Just about 10 seconds from reloaded, so just about reloaded. Line him up. Unfortunately, he went splat before we could get there. And we've got guns away. Boom! Another Citadel. Thank you very much. Looks like we are still steaming straight ahead for this Yubari. The Chikuma there is down to 3%. Looks like the Yubari should go down in that salvo. No, not quite. Yeah, that's a good man. Don't need to waste your salvo on 1%. Tenru here. Boom! Just wrecked him. Absolutely wrecked him. And yeah, okay, good thinking. I wasn't thinking too hard there. I thought personally I would have gone the other way and kept the cannons on the same side, but then you're running your nose out into nothingness. At least this way he's keeping the island as cover. Situation where I would have got myself killed. Alright, so cruising up this side of the island, he is making himself the first defense basically, coming out this far. Everyone else seems to be hiding back around the defense line there. Which I'm not too sure is a good tactic, honestly. Not too sure about that. Okay, we've got torpedoes inbound. Luckily, the New Mexico was nimble enough to drag that ass around. Aiming just a little bit too far forward there. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. There's a Citadel and an engine. That'll slow him down nicely. Okay, we've got a Kaiser here. Oh, no. my shift button just brings up the reticle. I bet if I did that, then that. There we go. Alright, he seems to be lining up the Kaiser. Just on the one line, and boom. 13 grand off the top. Oop. I gotta pay better attention. The Asuhuki, unfortunately landing just behind him. We got bombers inbound, but the AA should take care of that. Secondary guns are finally kicking off on that Kaiser. Everything's kicking off. Bang. 6 grand. For 2 heads. Now, I reckon something's balked on this game sometimes, because I'm pretty sure I saw more than 2 little explosions there. He knows he's not going to be able to outrun these ones, so he just cops that one in the side and keeps on keeping on. Alright, just about time to load up. Yeah, he's already dead. You got them torpedo planes hanging around in front of you. Oh, it's because it's landing on the carrier that's directly in front of you. Oh, funny that. Ooh, and wreck the carrier. Okay, and the third wave appears to be coming in from the north. What does he choose to do? I figured he'd chuck a repair on here, but does he go back to base and get fully repaired and let the others actually do some work? What are we at? the Cleveland, which is, I guarantee you, no, there's a Molotov behind us. There's a Cleveland out there, and he's been doing some work. Okay, we've got the Myoko, Nurburg, and Aboa approaching. That, I would have thought, would have been a little bit too far forward. Not far enough forward. That's where I would have shot, and I obviously would have got it wrong. Getting 1 Citadel on the Myoko is not a bad thing. Any Citadel you can get is a good one. Alright, he's getting the team to wake up and start taking out that DD. Because on that side of the rock there is literally no one. Okay, we've got a Nurburg here. We are going to wreck a Citadel on. Look at that spread. Nice and flat. Unfortunately, just a little high. Really got to start looking at that DD in a minute. We have got a couple of boats in the background there that have come back around. But it is getting down to the wire. Buttload of torpedoes off to see Grandma in the woods. Good to see that guy exploded. Alright. Fubakai. About to go Fubadai. Ubadai. Fubakai goes Ubadai. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I got another 4 AM start tomorrow. I really don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. We got a Glade over here. I know it's a Gade.
Our carrier successfully entered the combat zone.
Alright, our carrier has entered the zone, and looks like the Lexington is coming from the north there. Which is probably one of the better places for the Lexington to come through, because the cruisers pop in on the other side of that landmass. You can't call it a mountain, they're not really mountains. So yeah, the cruisers being on the other side of the landmass give it just a little bit of extra cover. Kinda, I think. That's what I'd like to believe, so that's what I'm saying. Whereas at the bottom, they come in right behind it, and it's just getting shot from second one. See? The Hipper can't get a shot on them. That's what I'm talking about.
Reconnaissance reporting. Principal attack is underway.
Alright, the carrier has showed up, and the principal attack is underway. All they're going to do is keep that carrier alive, and gain themselves another star, because we're doing pretty well so far. All onshore things are still alive, but ensure at least 3 ships are still alive. We've still got all our boats, don't we? Alright, we lost the New Mexico. So we're still doing... We got 90% of our boats, and we are doing well. I think this is the final wave. And we are starting to take shots from the Gneisenau, or the Ginsu as I call them. Because yeah, look at it quickly, and remember, public schooling. Alright, sending a salvo the Hippers way. Try and keep that aircraft carrier alive as long as possible. The aircraft carrier is also helping out there by sending as many torpedo planes as possible. What's our New Mexico doing? Realizing that the south of the map is completely and utterly open and defenseless? I think that's what he's doing. Let's just kick it in the guts and see where he ends up, shall we? Alright. Provide cover for the forts. You can see it. Oh mate, he wants 5 stars. We got to keep those ports alive. Anything that is taking shots on those center ports needs to be redirected. Namely, that guy. That mass. We got 1 bounce on him. That's not too bad. That mass over there taking shots on our center battery is not nice. Alright, another salvo away, and another bounce. Unfortunately, he has just got the right angle that we can't quite get through. And deploying another repair. Lining up a Myoko seems to be our best shot at the moment. Oh, that's gonna hurt. And luckily we turned because there are some fish with our name on it, I think. And that center battery is taking quite a pounding, but not as much as the south battery. That mass over there could quite nicely explode and everyone will be rejoicing and happy. No one would be sad when that guy explodes. And unfortunately for us, he decided to hit the brakes, but luckily he was on fire and he exploded anyway. Gneisenau behind us, cruising around 4 or 5% health, and we've got a Scharnhorst in front of us. Looks like as a final ditch effort to do something in the match that Gneisenau has let his torps go. But yeah, as you can see, range was not on his side. Letting 1 salvo out on the Scharnhorst. He let a wide defensive torpedo volley go. But it didn't defer Dax. Dax does not get deferred. And judging by those torpedoes coming up your other side, buddy, you're about to have a bad day. And we're back to the Azumu. No, we're not. He exploded.
The ship is on fire.
Alright, so who we got next? A Tenru. Really? Isn't there supposed to be some big bad that we're supposed to be afraid of? Not a Tenru. Although, he is still smacking that south port, so... or south battery. It would be really, really nice if you didn't do that anymore, buddy. And here comes the main attack fleet. As all good attack fleets, a little too late and a little too short.
Mission complete.
Enemy defeated, mission complete. Well, thank you for showing up. Unfortunately, I didn't get any aftermarket photos, so we have no other details to go by, but thank you very much for watching. As always, send your replays to the email that is linked in the description, and you never know, you could get your replay shown up here. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to leave a like, and I shall catch you guys next time.